If you're an ABA therapy company and you're trying to figure out care navigation, care coordination, anything operationally heavy, this is for you. I mean, what we've built out is your ability to hire and scale your team with some of the sharpest people you'll ever meet at a fraction of the cost of the Americans you're currently hiring.
You could literally get people with like who are previously nurses. We've hired people who were
Doctors.
previously doctors.
Yeah, it's so my youngest brother has autism. Obviously, it's been like very close to my life from day one. He's a phenomenal human. Thank God, super healthy. But it's incredible to see how many families have to deal with so much and need so much support and resources to help their autistic family member be successful and live a comfortable life. And so the growth of ABA therapy companies for autism and behavioral therapy companies scaling has been substantial. And so like it's a dream of mine to be able to help families with need scale that. And thank God the government's starting to do certain programs which allow all these companies to get revenue from the government. But now it's like, if you're an ABA therapy company and you're thinking about how do I scale my team? How do I grow a business that actually has an impact? Because everyone that I know in ABA therapy has a personal story tied to it. They want to be successful business-wise, but they want to empower all those families that they work with. And it's like, how do I stack incredible employees into that company? That way those companies can grow and they could service so many more people in the autism space. And in a similar light, like healthcare and healthcare tech has been such a great market for us because first of all, people are awesome. Everyone in healthcare tech that I've met, every founder I've met has
Super
been
grounded.
They're so grounded. They're great people. They're there for a mission. And like knowing that they have such a need around hiring incredible people, they want people who really get on those phones and care. They don't want that back office BPO person that's working for a credit card company or an airline that's just taking another job. They want someone that knows the feeling, that cares, a medical practitioner, a doctor that is boots on the ground, working with families locally and supporting them, working with those clients, people that don't speak English, people that only speak Spanish. You know how many healthcare companies, I mean, you all know, like there's a bunch of you out there that are working with these bilingual individuals that need those additional support points. And so we're able to source these incredibly talented medical background individuals, and they allow you to hire phenomenal people for $3,000 a month that allow you to scale your team in such a way that like everyone wins.
And this isn't even like talking about the other areas that we're able to scale out. And like we found South Africa has been phenomenal for a lot of the digital health companies that we work with, because then you have someone who's literally a native English speaker comes in with maybe a slightly European accent. And so we've had digital health companies with populations in the South, other parts of America that already off the bat are like, wait a minute, is this a BPO that I'm talking to? But we've been able to find people who come in, European accent from South Africa, and it's honestly not that much more expensive even than hiring someone from the Philippines. And so you're now able to get European like customer support. They're native English speakers for a digital health company, doing everything from client intake to even post care support.
Yeah, and it's not just like digital health companies or healthcare tech companies. It's like those traditional private practices, those therapy centers. I mean, people that just like are working incredibly hard in the medical space to learn how do I build a business on everything I've learned in the medical world. You know, it's like you've made it so far, but now you have to figure out, okay, like I didn't get a business degree while I was in medical school. And so like naturally we don't have all the answers for you, but what I can tell you is, okay, we can find you a phenomenal hire overseas that cares just as much as you or even more about the product that you're offering people, because we find you that person that wants that job that's going to pay them 3x of what they're making locally. And they just want to do the thing that allows them to have prosperity for their family and scale a business. And so like that's where we've seen such an abundance of success. And I think like, you know, we want to double down on the healthcare space. We know that there's a huge need. We spend so much time with everything from doctors to private practices to private equity groups who are trying to figure out like, how do I support these 800 practices that I have? How do I help them increase the bottom line, but also like have higher CSAT scores, higher success with clients? And it's those little things that allow us to really ideate on like, what is the future of Pearl? How do we figure out what comes next?
And it's healthcare.
It's healthcare.